Hi guys, the Metal Maniac back again, and in this video I'm going to be doing a review of the album Denim And Leather by Saxon. This is their fourth album, and it was released in 1981. Now, usually before I get into the songs, I would name off the band members, but there are no band member credits on this album for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah, I'll just get into the songs. So, the album opens up with the song Princess of the Night, which is a fantastic album opener. Probably my favorite song on the entire album. It just has a really cool sort of melodic nature to it, with everything really. The drums, the riffs, the solos, the vocals, just everything about it is really good and just has a really good melodic rhythm to it. And there's two solos on this song as well. The first one being kind of a standard solo, standard Saxon type solo, whereas the second one is a bit more melodic and has just a bit more to it, I guess. But yeah, overall, a fantastic song and a great way to start off the album. Also, it's one of two singles. I'll get to the next single really quickly, but yeah, also, so yeah, great opening track and also a really fantastic choice for a single. The next song is called Never Surrender, which is okay, I guess. This is the second single, and it kind of baffles me why they picked this song to be the second single when it's just okay. I mean, the first single is really, good. Good enough to the point where they put it as the opening track of the album. But the second single, and the second song on the album as well, Never Surrender, is just kind of meh. Again, it's okay, but it's not really anything too, too memorable, I guess. The next song is called Out of Control, which is, again, kind of forgettable, really. Just another very generic sounding song. The next song is probably my least favorite from the album, Rough and Ready, which is probably the most generic and boring song on the entire album. Don't have much to say about that one. But the album picks up again with the final song on side A, Play It Loud. Very simple, but very well done. It's just a really great sort of, not energetic. It's a very good sort of, just a very good sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? Very good, enjoyable song that's kind of like a, kind of an uplifting type song, I guess. But, yeah, it's just an awesome song. Now, going on to side 2, is where the album definitely gets a lot better. The next song is called And the Bands Play On, which is probably my second favorite song on the album. Honestly, this should have been the second single. Either this or another song down on this album that I'll get to in a little bit. But yeah, just a really cool song. It sort of has a more melodic type nature to it, like Princess of the Night. Now, not as much as Princess of the Night, but still there. It's just a very cool song. It has a really cool sort of like, chorus to it. There's not really much in the way of a solo. There's a bit, it's a very brief solo, but nothing that really stands out. Really, the rest of the song is great. It's just, the solo just goes by way too quick, and it's very short, to the point where we're like, most of the time you're listening to it, you just don't really, register that the solo is even in the song. But that's really the only weak point of the song. Everything else about it is amazing. Yeah, And the Bands Play On is a great song. Next up is Midnight Rider, which is also pretty good. It's a bit more simplistic, but unlike most of the songs on the first half, it doesn't hinder the song to the point where it becomes sort of generic or forgettable or anything. Yeah. The next song is Fire in the Sky, which is probably tied in a way that it should have been the second single. Again, either this one or In the Bands Play On. Because like I said, Never Surrender is just so generic and forgettable that it just shouldn't have been a single. Princess of the Night was a great choice. Again, Princess of the Night was a great choice for the first single, and I think either The Bands Play On or Fire in the Sky should have been the second single. And Fire in the Sky is just a really great, very energetic sounding song. A really cool, sort of fast-paced riff. And there's these really cool melodic leads that sort of guitar leads, riff leads that pop up briefly here and there throughout the album. It's just really cool, very almost Iron Maiden sounding sort of dual guitar leads. Yeah, just a really great song, very energetic and just awesome. The last song is the title track, Denim and Leather. This one is also really good. A really cool album closer. This is, I guess you could say, the epic of the album, or even the anthem of the album, or just the Saxon anthem in general. It's just a very cool, very sort of kind of anthemic type song, and it's just awesome. Yeah. So before I get into my final thoughts and the verdict, I just want to show off the album art really quickly. Alright, so the album art is very simplistic, not much to it. It's just the Saxon logo and the name of the album on the front, as well as the eagle right there. And then the background is just sort of a dark blue. It's not noticeable if you're just looking at it from afar, but if you look at it very closely, the background has sort of like the texture of like blue denim jeans. Also going with the theme of denim and leather. Yeah, I mean, it's very simplistic. Not one of the more elaborate artworks that would, they're more elaborate artworks, be later on. But yeah, it's decent. The back is just the track listing as well as a picture of the band members. So overall, honestly, I don't understand why, so many people claim that this is their best album they ever put out. It's not bad, and I do like quite a lot of songs. Most of the songs, especially on side B, it does have a very... Now, something I almost forgot to mention, it does have a very odd thing with it. So you see, most albums that have one side that's better than the other, usually it's side A that's the strong side, and I'm messing up my words today, and side B that is the weak side, which is, again, a very common occurrence in terms of albums that are like that. But this album is quite the opposite. Side A is the weak side, and side B is the strong side. And yeah, side A starts off with a great song, Princess of the Night, and ends with a great song, Play It Loud. All three songs in the middle are just very forgettable. As for the B side, it's very good, very strong. It has the probably some of the most memorable songs on the entire album. Yeah, I mean, this album, it was very hard to put a rating on this one because it's very lopsided, but also even the first side has two great songs, not just two good songs, but two great songs, two amazing songs. So I was originally gonna give this, like a 7.7 out of 10. But then, re-listening to it just before this review, I kind of changed my mind. I'm going to give it a 7.9 out of 10, and almost 8 out of 10. Yeah, sure, the first half, for the most part, is pretty forgettable, but the second half has some amazing songs, and is very, very strong, and even the first half has two amazing songs on it. So, overall, not their greatest album, and I don't understand why, people say it is, but it still is a very good album for the most part. Just has a very lopsided sort of track listing. But yeah, it's a 7.9 out of 10 for me. Alright, so that's about it for this review. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all next time.